What I heard, what I was told while I was at the event, they were talking about your top 10 on air at one point, and I think
Really? Okay.
I think D-Man said something like, "There's only one sophisticated ranking system, and that's ESLs."
Jump off a cliff, mate. Jump off a cliff. Maybe that ESL system could like save you and have a pile of them at the bottom. Like, I mean, seriously, fuck me. You're having a laugh, mate. Here's the
No,
thing:
look,
it's terrible, and you're on an ESL production. Just don't mention it, mate. Just don't bring it up. Just don't even mention it. Don't go the other way and fully like afterwards. Did he turn around, sort of wipe a bit of glaze off his mouth and go, "Where's that? Where's my bonus? The performance bonus for that?"
speaking of which, how the fuck did Anders pull that face? Have you seen that?
That whole picture's amazing. All three of them. The Semler one's pretty good as well.
Anders
Semler's like doing the whole like jizzed in my pants thing, like just like the most fucking. Anders though is just God mode, isn't he? That's like he was like that's like a fucking Twitch emote instantly the second you see it. You're like that has to be real right now. People need to get that tattooed on their body and come up to Anders like, I'm a really big fan of yours when you did this face here. And look what I've got above it, a little knife. It's like, that's from when you were in like a different group. Nah, this is for you. This is for Anders. Look at it. Like, that's the sort of fan that you meet at events.
Mate, it looks like he's having a fucking fatal allergic reaction to a bee sting. I've never seen anything like him. His lips are swollen up. He looks like Brian Peppers, for fuck's sake. How's he done that? How has he done that face? I literally can't even believe it.
He looks like a Rick Baker production.
Every time I look at it, I just laugh, mate. Gaming paradise. Gaming fucking paradise. I mean, first of all, what a fucking hilarious name. Like, to even think about calling it that. Hey, I know what we'll do. We'll call it Paradise, and then we'll run the shittest fucking event that has ever happened, to the point where people are literally grateful to get out of the country with their lives, let alone their fucking prize money. Welcome to Paradise. It's just too good. It is too fucking good. So look, let's get into the shit. Let's get into the real shit. So first of all, Thorin, I know you fucking love this. I know you love this. So there was issues with the PCs, and these issues emanated from the fact that allegedly they had these really awesome PCs that definitely totally played CSGO to the capacity that you would expect. I mean, it gets 100 FPS and everything, mate. You know what I mean, right? They had these wicked PCs, and they put them into a car, and the guy who was meant to be delivering them at the venue went, bet these are worth a bob or two. Fuck it. And he was just off over the green hills and far away in Slovenia. That's literally what we're being told happened, and that's why these awesome PCs never turned up. Now, I don't know about you, Duncan. I can't think of another event where the guy who is delivering the PCs has allegedly just decided to steal them and sort of maybe go pawn them, or I don't know, maybe build a house out of them. I don't even know what the fuck he was going to do with them all. But a lot of people felt that was just an excuse. That the sort of prevailing theory is that they never had the specification of PCs required to play CSGO, and they were always going to hire these terrible piece of shit computers that had like onboard graphics cards. Some people were saying the PCs weren't even uniform, so some PCs were considerably better than others. But all were shit. Well, I should say, but some were less shit, if you follow my thinking. So, in fact, actually, there was a translation from one of the mouse sports managers, which was posted on the German website 99 Damage, which, you know, I like the crew over there. They're all good guys. And I'll read it to you. You'll like this, Duncan. It's like some guys wrote a fucking suicide note and just put it in a bottle. Like, he's stranded on a desert island. Wilson's washed away. He's decided today's the day. I'm fucking just going to string myself up from the one tree on this rock. And he just hurls his suicide note into the sea in the desperate hope that maybe one day someone will read it and, you know how he went out. So try not to laugh, okay? Gaming paradise or better Slovenian hell?
You can already tell he's got away with words, Rich. He's got a little bit of wit to him, a little bit of flair. Keep going. If it starts that well, I mean, the best thing about that is that's not even well crafted, is it? It's like paradise or is it hell?
I just like, it's got like some rhyme of the Ancient Mariner shit going on. It's just so good, like water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. Anyway, it's unbelievable how the people got fucked over right here. It already started when we landed in Venice. I believe that's meant to be. Nothing was right. We had to wait 2 hours for the shuttle that was to transport us to the event on a 3-hour ride, which was the shortest route as claimed by the organisers. This isn't even true. He's obviously got Google Maps. The shortest route would be a ride from Ljubljana, I guess it's pronounced, with 1.5 hours to Potorok. Next sad occurrence. This is where it gets really funny because you think, okay, Slovenian hell. Yeah. This is like in his list of priorities. The next sad occurrence. Not only did the promised jacuzzi not work, it's hell on earth, Duncan. The jacuzzi doesn't work, man. Fucking hell. Because
I like the way he started it out as well. Like, it's like he set the atmosphere. Like, as soon as I stepped off the plane, the scene was a bad thing, man. The vibes were crazy. The eyes were out there, and there was murder lurking in the back. Like, what the fuck? It's like a Raymond Chandler novel or some shit.
There was murder round every corner, and worst of all, the jacuzzi did not work because nobody had paid for it. Now, this is the part of the story where this is your favourite, right? Because there was an interview on Aftonbladet with the CEO of Gaming Paradise, and he said, I will probably step down from... like day fucking one. I will probably step down from this position and find someone that can do it better. Well, first of all, anyone can do it better. Anyone. That's been established. But just the idea of like, oh, this is a real shit show. Instead of coming out and saying, look, we're a new... all the standard bullshit that you get when an esports event goes on, like ESWC. Like, this was an ESWC interview. They'd be going, hey, but we ran a good Call of Duty event once, so fuck you. Or if it was like the ESL, guy who does all their press, Ulrich, or whatever his name is, or Uli, I don't know. He'd be going, if the dogs are barking... Then it means the kennel is satisfied. Or whatever.
His is basically like a German Cantona-esque quote, When wild dogs are barking, the bard knows his tune is played in the right chord or something. Like, okay, mate, whatever that means. Something to do with ESL not being shit, presumably, right? Yeah, okay. World's best gamers? Yeah.
So,
why don't you fly somewhere and DJ somewhere?
Of just like, I'm a CEO, I'm a leader, yeah? People look in times of crisis. People look to me for leadership. They look to me for guidance. They look to me for reassurance. Okay, so I'm gonna make a fucking clear, definitive statement now. Who's the biggest press outlet we've got here? See you, Aftonbladet. Come here. Yeah, I'm gonna quit. Me, like, I'm fucking shit at this. I can't do this at all. Like, that's literally the thing you want to put out into the public debate. Yeah, I'm fucked. I'm way out my depth. And that's the other thing as well. I generally will only do the one tweet at somebody. But I've seen you do some sustained tweeting. Like, just constant body blows. Like, you know what I mean? He's a bum, Rocco! You got him on the ropes! And you fucking did it. And everyone's like, oh, that's just Thorin. Like, well, why can't I do this? This is fucked up. And you do that little annoying fucking beak face.
It's the best, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, you fucking love that.
That's my gimmick.
I know. I wouldn't even dream of doing a smiley.
It's just a smiley little face. I'm just happy.
Mate, it's fucking...
I just put that after the most vicious tweets as well. Like, hey, look at this little face.
And it's, that must have cost him a pretty fucking penny if the buyouts are to be believed, unless, of course, Kinguin are in such bad financial straits, they're just looking to offload as quickly as possible. But,
that's the thing, Rich. When you might buy a game for like $60 when it's released, but if you really need like a $5 to go out drinking, you just go to the, what's it called? That
Game
shop.
Station.
Yeah, you just go to all those shops, and you sell it, and they like give you £2 for it. You're like, all right, I'm not going to play Crash Bandicoot 3, I guess, so I'll take the £2. So maybe that's what they're doing with all the players.
Well, again, where think about where you live. Linthorpe Road is the road of broken fucking dreams, isn't it? Where it's just like every second shop is a cash converters. And you just see... I remember one time, actually, this has got fuck to do with Counterstrike, but this is just how unreal Middlesbrough is as a rule, right? I used to work selling mobile phones up there, and I was coming back up Linthorpe Road, And there was a guy outside of a cash converters wearing, like, tracky bottoms covered in, cum stains and hot rock burns. Like, and he was going, "I've got the deeds to my house." like, what the fuck are you doing taking that to a cash converters, you fucking smack rat? What are you even doing? What are you even doing, mate?
Yep.
So anyway, I got invited to a event in London called the Battle of the Ideas, where I'm going to be on a panel and we're going to be talking about whether gaming does corrupt the youth. I'm going to be a speaker there, basically, obviously on the side of no. So I'm kind of looking forward to it.
I thought it would be wicked if you'd have just been like, yes, they're actually all just corrupt fucking crap. Look at, then you start bringing up examples like, see this man? He was once it'd just be like that. Richard, I'm not going to break any, like, I'm not going to bust anything. Didn't you once say a hilarious joke? Like you said someone should take a picture of Freiburg in 2015 and put something like CSGO, not even once or something.
I would never say that about my friend Adam,
okay,
dude.
Never. Maybe I thought of someone else there, Richard.
Must have been, mate. Must have been. So anyway, the other shock, of course, was, get ready for it, Duncan, Gamers 2, formerly Kinguin, their poor performance at this event.
Why? What? Fox, why? You were supposed to be the chosen one, Fox. You were supposed to bring balance to the force. Now, to be fair, it did happen at like 3 a.m. or whatever, but even so, there was a little bit of schadenfreude there, Rich, right? When you saw like, Copenhagen, who even are they? Just like, yeah, no one apart from Anders knows apparently, so, but they beat Kinguin, so.
Well, look,
apparently they beat them so bad that Scream was literally like, Fox, I'm never playing with you again, mate. In fact, I'm going back to that old French team I was in. Like, fuck you, mate. Just fuck you. It's like, I dropped the Glock for you. He's like, I've had enough Glocks, if anything. I'm out. I need real guns. I still don't know why the fifth guy comes through the smoke there after that. Like, again, I told you I'm an arsehole, mate. When that used to happen to me, I used to literally say to, like, my team, because I was the in-game leader, Rich, so I was all the last in the site. When they ran into the B site through the B tunnels and all got fragged, I'd literally run off, go back through spawn, go to long and die at long in a duel. And they'd be like, what the fuck, man? We had B, it was almost open. I was like, listen, I'm not being in a frag movie. When they have that frag movie clip and you're all popping up the right-hand corner of the screen, I'm not even featured in that clip, mate. No one's doing a hard cut to me dying at long A doors, so yeah, exactly. Yeah, I ruin frag movie clips, mate. Apparently, Cloud9's players just don't know anything about how Cloud9 works internally, and they don't understand how hard Cloud9 players are playing. And the Cloud9 players don't realize that it's time to give Cloud9 players more credit for how good they were in making all those finals. And why would you even talk about them changing a player? Like, everyone in that player team's sick, and Cloud9 players obviously don't understand how good nothing of Cloud9, the Cloud9 player, is, because they're all really good players. And if you just give them time and they have the same practice as Europeans, they'll be as good. Cloud9 the players. Cloud9 players should understand in actual big tournaments. So I can't see it happening myself.
I've never seen you say Cloud9 so many times in such a short space of time.
Without the words cunt, shit, and overrated.
Yeah,
dispersed loosely and sporadically throughout.
And spare me Freakazoid, that as well, obviously.
I haven't even mentioned Adderall. Oops, there I go.
there it is.